Hey, welcome to Artshine. My name is Carolyn, and today you and I are exploring the power of pigments using Artshine's very own oil pastel selection. And get ready to make some noise because we are about to explore pointillism with our famous tutorial, Pointillism Garden. Let's get shining! This is a tutorial that solely requires the sheer magic of oil pastel colors. Although for fun, you may want to add a ruler to your equipment, or you may want to tape and secure the sheet of paper that you're working on in order to create some kind of framing. I will be opting for the ruler option, and let's get started. First, I would recommend for you to pick one neutral color just to accomplish the little framing around your sheet. Here I am using gray. Framing your sheet will enable us to focus on the center and add even more texture. I warn you, this is quite an exercise. You want to start with a foreground that is green in color. I'm selecting the emerald green color, and we will start with applying it all the way through. I am rubbing the pastel onto the sheet, and this is my first life hack. By rubbing a color, oh gosh. Rubbing one solid color will enable you to have the perfect grounds to add more texture without getting your hand too tired. Pointillism is an artistic movement that consists in applying color directly onto your canvas without mixing the colors first. It was invented in France in 1886 by Georges Seurat and his friend Paul Signac, and it's two young artists that were super inspired by science. They were inspired by the Impressionist movement, which focused on the same type of textures, and the goal was to represent very realistic landscapes and people while only using dots or little touches of paint. Now let's cover the basics of art here. We have applied some emerald green already, and green is made of blue and yellow. So we'll be technical about it, and let's pull out both colors in order to recompose the green by adding texture to it. So we have a beautiful yellow here. We have a gorgeous blue as well, and we're going to start applying all those little dots to create green on top of this surface that we just applied in order to ease our way in. Rub it a little bit with insistence, and you'll get way more color onto the sheet. Let's get tapping. One beautiful tip is to focus and concentrate a little more dark blue on the edges of the sheet. That creates a halo effect. And we'll be working our way with the yellow very, very soon. With our yellow, we want to be focusing on the center a little more and add a little more texture. But see how this vibrates already. It's really, really, really interesting. It catches the eye. Okay, ready for more glitter? Ready for more texture? Let's go. Let's get going with the yellow. So you need a lot of pigment. You need real good oil pastel in order to have a great satisfying result over the darker colors. This was our foreground. We're going to build up and upwards constantly with a second hill this time. And you want to pay attention to the curve. We want a different curve this time. So I'll do the opposite and like this. And we will fill it with our little art hack. We know about it now. And so we're going to fill it with the solid color just to prepare the surface. A lighter green will be composed of a darker green and a yellow, and we could even add some blue to it. Let's get speckling all this surface with the same technique. So I will pull back my yellow, I will get some green and perhaps some blue. Let's get trying. Are you ready to tap again? This is Pointillism in action. Let's go. One last hill and a different curve once more. Any curve you'd like, and it's all good. Rubbing the primary color this time. And as you see, we're following the logic. There's more science again. The logic of the rainbow. From bluish green to yellow. Since yellow isn't a composed color, it is a primary color. It's going to be a slightly different game. We're going to play with analog colors this time. Analog colors are colors that are very, very similar to each other, and they stand next to each other on the color wheel here. So if you have yellow, you may want to be using colors that contain a lot of yellow so that it looks natural in the end. And good news, we have everything we need. At this point in time, you may wish to grow things like trees and to have little characters starting to roam around in the hills that we've just made together. So it's all up to you now to create the masterpiece that you wish to see appear, and using the same technique that we've taught, that we have learned together.